Okay ladies, weeks 2 to 4 or thereabouts, so it's time to start reactivating around the core, our deep stabilizers around the hips, our glutes, and then everything else is going to follow suit from there. So just you and your body today, no props needed. Feel free to hit pause at any point if you have a little friend that disturbs you. Mine is being very well behaved and sleeping at the moment, so fingers crossed that remains. Okay, so we're going to start down onto our backs. So having a lie down. Now, knees are bent, feet are parallel hip width apart, and just relax through those shoulders and lengthen through the back of your neck a little bit, so slightly tucking through that chin. Now, coming back to our faithful pelvic tilts, we'll begin by imprinting our lower back into the mat and then gently tipping forward, imprinting and arching through that back. So let's just continue there for a moment, encouraging some nice movement around the pelvis, around those hips. And then we're going to start to think about our breath. So I want you to take a nice big inhale as your pelvis tips forward. And then I want you to exhale as you imprint. We inhale, tip forward, and then exhale, imprint. Now I want you to think about that airflow traveling all the way down to the bottom of your lungs and out to the sides, expanding through your ribs. It's amazing how we can carry a lot of tension in the shoulders and the upper back without really realizing it, particularly in that early period postpartum. So really coming into tune with your breath here will set you up for a really nice session. All right, now from there we're going to settle in our nice neutral position. So finding neutral, meaning we have a small gap between your low back and the mat, your tailbone is heavy on the floor, and we're nice and level from left to right, so use your hands to check in. From here, let's gently activate through your deep abdominals. So breathing in, as you breathe out, your belly button draws down towards your spine, and you should feel a nice gentle firmness between your hip bones here. There's no bulging around the belly and there's no crevice, okay? So we're not bracing and drawing drastically inwards. So just keep coming back to that. If you need to reset at any point, that's totally fine. All right, now we're gonna take an inhale and we're gonna open your left knee out to the side. And then exhale as you bring that leg back to center. We're just gonna stay on this left side. So inhale, open the knee out, and then exhale to close it back through center. Now we're only moving that leg as far as you can without anything else changing. So your pelvis stays nice and still. So you might wanna feel with the opposite hand that the opposite hip is nice and grounded. It might be a super small movement, or you might find you can really fold to the outer border of that left foot. Moving slowly, and let's just make sure that we are still breathing. Ideally, inhaling as you open the leg and exhaling to close it. Now, if like me, you're feeling pretty weak at the moment, okay? It's been a while between strength-based exercises. You'll probably feel your inner thighs starting to work as it brings that leg back through center. That's great. And you'll feel that your deep abdominals, so the muscles between those hip bones, are starting to activate. Now we want to avoid any pain, okay, particularly around a potential cesarean section incision site. So at any point if we progress these exercises and you feel they become too much for you, you just come back to where you were previously. We're just going to go one more on this left side. Bring that leg back through center. Let's get into that right side. So inhale, open the leg, and then exhale, close it. Now it will feel really different one side versus the other. Often one side of your core will be a little bit more controlled, a little bit stronger than the other side. And that might depend on arm-leg dominance. It might depend on where you were carrying your baby for the majority of your pregnancy. So one side might be a little bit more compromised than the other. So don't be surprised if you find when we get into single leg exercises that one side is more challenging or you can't move as far on one side. Just checking in everything on that left side, staying nice and stable as that right leg opens and closes. We're gonna go for 4 more on the right here. Checking in with that breath, relaxing through your torso. Last 2. Last 1. And bringing that leg back through center, brilliant. All right, now I'm just gonna rest those arms down by the side and walk my feet forward a little bit. So I've got about a 60-degree bend in those knees. Checking in your pelvis is neutral, resetting if you need to. We're gonna take a breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to gently float your left leg up to a tabletop so your knee is over your hip. We breathe in to replace the leg to the floor. We're gonna alternate sides. Breathing out, your right leg finds tabletop, and then breathe in to slowly lower. Now move slowly. We're looking for quality movement here, not quantity. Okay, so as your leg moves through space, your pelvis stays nice and still and you breathe. This shouldn't feel super easy, okay? Try not to use momentum and fling your leg up. Moving slowly is definitely key, and it might feel a little bit mind-numbing, a little bit boring, but I assure you, if you move slowly and with control, you're really going to maximize the benefit of the exercise and encourage your deep stabilizers to work. We're going to go for 5 more here before we start to add on. 4 to go. Keeping that pelvis nice and still and just coming to tabletop. So don't let that knee come beyond your hip. We want to keep the core in control rather than recruiting too much through your hip flexor. Last 2. Last 1. And we're going to start to add on. So next time we lift that left leg up, let's hold it there. So lifting that leg to tabletop. We're then going to reach that leg forward, straighten the knee, point the toe. We bring the leg back to tabletop and lower back down. Over to the other side, we bring that right leg tabletop. Let's reach it long, straightening that knee, pull it back to tabletop, no further, and lower back down. Now make this leg strong. So take the longest possible reach, like you're reaching for a target that's just beyond those toes when that leg is fully extended. So we're starting to feel a little bit of warmth through those thighs, which I absolutely love and have been craving. And maybe a little activity through those calves as you point those toes. Let's go 5 more here. Now it might not feel like a heck of a lot through that belly, but I promise you, if you're keeping that pelvis nice and still, it is your deep abs that are allowing you to do so. You've got 3 to go. Last 2. Last 1. And then gently replacing that foot back to the floor. I'm just going to rock those knees a little bit side to side. If you feel like you need to hug them into your chest, that's absolutely fine too. Okay, now we're going to come to lie onto your side. All right, so side lying, let's just pop one hand underneath your head. Our knees are nice and bent, your feet are in line with your bottom. So if you were lying against a wall, you would have your head, shoulders, bum, and feet in contact with that wall. Now we're staying nice and active on your side here, so try not to just slump into the floor. We're gonna create length through your spine by pushing that top hip away from you. So you'll feel a little space between your bottom waist and the mat, okay? So that means you are already recruiting through your deep abdominals, your corset muscle. Your pelvis is in neutral, so your tailbone is slightly pointing back behind you. It's a little curve in your lower back. Now from here, I want you to squeeze your heels together. We're gonna start to lift your top knee and then slowly lower it back down. Nothing else changes, okay? So just that top knee lifts and lowers. Now what we're doing here is we're gonna start to activate through the muscles around your right hip. Your core is working to keep length through your pelvis, your waist, I should say, and your pelvis nice and stable. And we're going to start to feel some activation around the muscles of that hip. Now you don't need any props, you don't need any resistance bands just yet. Okay, we want to make sure that we're really focusing on the deep stabilizers of this hip that work to rotate. You might feel that bottom hip working a little bit as well because it's definitely stabilizing you. But let's try and keep the work down here. So just stay nice and relaxed around your shoulders and your ribs and your upper back. We're gonna go for 5 more before we hold that knee up. Should be starting to feel warm. 3 to go, because I don't know about you, but my butt well and truly went to sleep within a week of having my baby after spending so much time sitting on my bum feeding. So it feels great to get some blood flow back into the area. 2 more. Let's hold that leg up. Okay, so knee nice and lifted, squeeze your heels together. Little top range pulses there, pressing up and up, emphasizing the lift, not so much the lower. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower that knee back down. Ooh, feels good to get some action back in that area. Nice. Okay, now from here, let's extend that leg out. So that top leg is straight, bottom leg stays bent. Again, reach long through that top hip, creating space. So with a nice long leg now, we're gonna lift that leg up and lower it down. Now I want you to keep that movement controlled. Don't go crazy. Only lift that leg as high as you can without losing that little peep hole. So feel with your fingertips, okay? You have that space. We lift and lower. Your foot is nice and floppy, so not too tense around your calf and your shin. I'm not gonna keep you here long, because I know that leg probably already feels pretty heavy. So let's go for 8 more. Keep reaching out as you lift. 6 to go. Try not to sweep the leg forward or back, it's just straight up and down. You've got 4 more. Last 3, 2. Let's hold that leg at the top just as before, little pulses up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower that leg down. Good job. Reintroduce you to your backside. Excellent. All right, now while we're lying on our side here, let's reach both arms out in front. Okay, so palms together, relaxing your head down to the floor. We're gonna give those shoulders a bit of a stretch. So your top arm comes up to the ceiling. We're gonna open it out as we look towards it, keeping your left shoulder or your grounded shoulder on the floor. And then taking that top arm back up and over to close. Just drawing a big circle with that arm. Now try and keep your knees grounded, so that you really maximize the stretch in your shoulder. You might find you don't get that hand all the way to the floor. Don't worry, I don't either. But as you continue to move through this exercise, you'll get a little bit more range each time. Try and encourage your upper back to rotate here, not just your shoulder. So don't just take your arm, take the whole torso over. So that rib cage benefits from that movement as well. Let's go 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna make our way back onto our back. Okay, so on our back, again, we have those knees bent, feet flat, and then upper back nice and relaxed, shoulders away from those ears. Okay, let's get some more movement going through that spine. Let's get those back extensors into play. So we're gonna start in our neutral position. Let's imprint that lower back. We're gonna continue with that imprint. Tuck your tailbone and start to roll up into a bridge position. Now we're gonna stop at the top without overarching that back, so you don't need to go for a crazy amount of movement here. Okay, that's plenty. And then slowly starting from your upper back, we're gonna melt the spine back down, bit by bit, all the way back to that neutral position. So flattening that back, let's roll it up. Now this might feel super stiff, might feel a little foreign in your body compared to what you're used to. Okay, just be kind to yourself. Your body's been through a lot. You don't have that huge weight at the front anymore. Okay, so you will feel different when you move. Slowly rolling yourself all the way back down. And you'll find with each bridge, should feel a little freer, a little bit more fluid than the last. And you might find that you need to actually think about which muscles you're trying to work a little bit more as they have become a little bit weaker. Okay, so I'm really thinking about pushing the floor away with my heels, which helps my backside connect. You can also think about pulling your feet towards you as you push down, which will help those hamstrings start to fire. That's the back of those thighs. I'm encouraging my shoulders to stay heavy on the floor because I know my chest is tight from all those hours feeding my little one. So it takes a bit more encouragement just to really glue them down into the floor. Let's go for 5 more here. 4 to go. Melting it down bit by bit. 3 more. Should feel really nice to open out through the front of your hips as well. 2 to go. And last one, we're going to hold that bridge up at the very top, tucking that tailbone under. All right, now from here, keeping that pelvis nice and stable, just as we did before. Can you open your left knee out to the side, bring it back through center, and then your right knee out to the side, bring it back through center. Nothing else changes, so your pelvis stays nice and centered as you alternate that knee fall out. We're working through the muscles at the back to keep your hips lifted, and then the muscles at the side as you open and as you close. Let's go 6 more. Should feel nice and warm in that backside. 5, 4 to go. Last 3. Keep those hips lifted. 2. Last one. And then super slowly massage that spine all the way back down to your tailbone. Once you get there, give those knees a little rock side to side. And then we're gonna come back through center. Okay, again, knees pointing to the ceiling. Let's get straight back up into that bridge position. So we're gonna tuck that tailbone, roll those hips all the way up and hold it at the top. If you feel any strain in that back at any point, you just roll back down for a breather and meet us when you're ready. Otherwise, we're gonna stay here. Can we float the arms all the way up to the ceiling? Back of the hands, find the floor behind. Then you draw a nice big circle out to the side to bring those hands back down by your side. We're gonna reach all the way back up and over. Palms facing up, circle the arms around, taking the longest journey you can back in by your side. 3 more here, up and over. And around, keep tucking that tailbone. Drive your knees over your ankles to help maintain that lift. 2 more. And circling around. Let's go 1 more here, big reach up and over. And around you go. And then slowly, slowly massage that spine back down, fully releasing at the bottom, just giving those knees, again, a little rock side to side. Lovely. All right, let's come over to our other side. So I'm gonna swivel myself around. Coming all the way down to lie. Again, as if you're lying against a wall, you've got your head, your shoulders, hips and feet in contact with that wall. Head rests down on that bicep. If you prefer having that arm straight, that's fine as well. Okay, your heels are super glued together. We're creating space again through your torso by pressing that top hip away. You have that inside waist lifted. Your top knee lifts and then lowers back down. Really create tension between your heels to stabilize. And move slowly again. Okay, slow is key. We want your muscles to do the work, not so much momentum. And it's amazing how much your body will try and cheat. Okay, if areas are weak, they try and get out of doing the job. All right, but we want to encourage all those deep stabilizers to come out of hibernation, get them working so then we can progress and get into the fun stuff later on. All right, so we're probably starting to feel some work through that top glute now, that back pocket. Stay here for a little bit longer, really get cooking with some gas here. We're gonna go for 8 more before we hold that knee lifted. I don't know if anyone else has made the same mistake that I made in that early postnatal period where I whacked a band around my knees thinking, yeah, I'll be good to go here, and then very much couldn't create any tension on that band. So you don't need any extra toys just now, your body weight is plenty. 2 more. Let's hold that knee up nice and high and pulse it top range, up and down. Teeny tiny little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, lower that top knee down. Okay, bottom leg stays ready. Let's straighten that top leg out in line with your hip. Let the foot go floppy. Keep the length through your waist. We're gonna lift the leg and slowly lower it back down. Again, move slowly, working against gravity, creating tension without using momentum. You might find you can get your leg a little higher than me, or maybe a little lower, depending on strength and range of movement while maintaining that nice long torso. We're gonna go for 8 more before we hold that leg up. 6 to go. Last 4, 3, 2. Let's hold that leg up at the very top and go for some little pulses up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, and bring it down for a rest. Well done. Okay, let's get into the arm openings on this side. So reaching your hands out, rest that head down, glue those knees together. Top arm comes up and over, looking towards it, and then closing it back off. Always different one side versus the other, so I can go a lot further on this side. So it's probably an indicator I need to spend a little bit more time stretching out through my other side. Breathing as you go. It's really helpful to use that breath out just to encourage that last little bit of movement as you rotate. Inhaling to close. Let's go 4 more here. Should feel really nice. But just respecting your body, okay? So if you feel like you can't work into as much stretch as you previously could have, that's fine. I like to say work into discomfort, but not pain, particularly around any cesarean incision sites out there. Last one. Ooh, made it to the floor on the last one, very good. Okay, we're gonna come over onto hands and knees now. All right, so we have those hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Now we're just gonna come through cat stretch to find our neutral. So rounding the spine up towards the ceiling and then sinking all the way down as you gaze forward. Let's go 2 more there, rounding the spine, sinking it down. Last one, rounding all the way up, pushing up between those shoulder blades, and then coming down halfway between those 2 movements. So your upper back is nice and lengthened. I'm actively pressing away from the floor through the heels of my hands. My fingers are grounded. Okay, so I have a nice solid base underneath my shoulders, which takes a bit more of a concerted effort as those arms are a little weaker at the moment. My upper back is lengthened and my tailbone slightly points to the ceiling. So even just being in this position is an exercise in itself. Now I'm going to take a breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to draw my belly button up towards my spine, encouraging my deep abdominals to connect. Breathing in, expanding, and then breathing out, drawing in through my deep abdomen. I'm going to start to think about my pelvic floor. So expanding the chest, letting go through the pelvis, and then as I exhale, I'm drawing my belly button towards my spine and I'm lifting up through my pelvic floor without clenching through my backside, and then letting it all go. Exhaling to connect, and then inhaling to release. Making sure you're fully widening through those sit bones, letting that belly go and disengaging through that pelvic floor. Sometimes it takes a little bit of extra effort to really let it all go. Now I'm going to connect through my core and my pelvic floor, and I'm going to try and maintain that connection now as I breathe. So if at any point you feel like you need to reset, just come back to those principles. Everything else stays nice and still, and I'm just going to tap my right fingertips to my left shoulder, place that hand back down, and then my left fingertips to the right and place it down. So continuing with those shoulder taps while maintaining that core and pelvic floor connection. It's a low level connection. I should still be able to breathe and maintain conversation. Okay, you shouldn't feel like you're holding your breath or you're bracing through your torso. Let's go for another 8. Again, this looks easy, but if you do it properly, it's quite challenging, and you should feel your core definitely switching on here. You've got 4. Last 2. Last one, replacing that hand back down. Now, rather than a tap, I'm going to reach my left arm forward, place it back to the mat, and then reach my right arm. Now, I'm really focusing on this grounded, stabilizing side as I reach. So I'm not collapsing down into the shoulder girdle. I'm really actively pressing away from the floor to protect through the shoulder and to encourage all my shoulder stabilizers to work. Let's go for 7. Checking in that you haven't started to shift your weight backwards. Hips are over those knees. 5 to go. Last 4. 3. 2. Last 1. And let's take a seat back into your child's pose, opening out those knees, reaching those hands forward, and just finding that rest position that's comfortable for you. So if your bottom can sit right back towards your heels, go for it. If you feel like you want to keep those hips lifted a little, that's a good opportunity to really open up wide through your sit bones and stretch out that pelvic floor. Let's just take a couple of breaths there. And then coming back up, we're going to reset with those hands a little bit wider than those shoulders this time, turning your fingers in slightly. Now, maintaining that nice long upper back, engaging through deep abdominals. We're going to take an inhale and lower your chest down towards the floor between your hands, and exhale to lift back up. Now, you might like to keep this movement super small to start, just to nail your form. So your elbows come out about 45 degrees to the side. Your spine stays in the same position as you just move through those shoulders, and we're keeping that neck continuous with your upper back, so try not to poke excessively through that chin. Inhaling to lower, exhaling to lift. Doesn't take a lot to feel this one if you do it properly. Let's just go 4 more. We'll do a couple of sets. You've got 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then again, take a little seat back, take a breath before we come into round 2 there. Letting go through those shoulders. All right, coming forward again, taking those hands back into that same set position. All right, we're gonna get through 12, guys, we can do this. Taking an inhale as you lower the chest, and then exhale to lift. And working with the range that feels good for you. You might find you can go a little further each time. Sometimes as those arms warm up, go up to it. You've got 8 to go. Last 7. Using those arms evenly. You've got 5 and 4. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Well done. Have a well-deserved rest. Reaching those hands forward, sending those hips all the way back. Take a big breath in and then let it all go. And coming all the way back up from there. Nicely done, ladies. So that rounds out one of our first exercise sessions. You should feel really nice there, and you might find that your muscles are a little bit sore the next couple of days around that tummy and around those hips, but that is A-okay. So well done on your first session back, guys. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too.